Another preview of the 2023 Champion of Champions in Southern California, as all this coverage is brought to you by the 3 new additions to the Stallion roster at Robichaux Ranch Incorporated in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana, as well as the new addition to Granada Farms in 2024, the Sire of Champions, One Famous Eagle.
And hello again, everyone. I'm Greg Thompson of Stallionesearch.com here at Los Alamitos Racecourse. It's the Los Al 2 Million weekend as well as the Champion of Champions weekend. On this preview, we're going to go to the barn of Monty Arrossa, who's got 3 horses going into this year's field of the 2023 Champion of Champions, the Grade 1 event going a quarter of a mile.
Monty Arrossa's saddling duties will include putting a saddle on Take a Swig of This, who qualified into the Champion of Champions with a 4th place finish in the Z. Wayne Griffith Director's Trials, but earlier in the year was victorious in the Heritage Place Derby. And then there's the horse who has been knocking heads with world champion Impressum all year long at Los Alamitos in the older horse division, and that's Scoops Dynasty, winner of the Go Man Go Handicap, seen here defeating Heath Taylor trained Impressum in this big Grade 1 event. And the 3rd horse Monty Arrossa sends to post in the Champion of Champions is the 2000 and 2021 winner of this race here, the Champion of Champions, and that is the 7-year-old Apolitical Pence, who is hoping to be a 3-peat winner in this big prestigious race. And we were able to talk to Monty Arrossa about his talented trio going into this Grade 1 event. Campaign this way.
You know, he's 7 years old, and so each year we're real conscious about, him coming back, and, as an older horse, it gets tougher and tougher to run against these younger horses, and last year we felt like maybe he peaked just a race earlier than the Champion of Champions. He ran a bang-up Z. Wayne Griffith trial and came back and ran a super race in the Champion of Champions, but this year I thought we'd go a little different strategy. The horse runs really well fresh, and so I thought we'd go with him, look at being real fresh, and I'm hoping to have him peak and coming this Saturday. He's just an absolute gift from God. They don't make horses like him. I mean, he loves his job. He loves to train. He's special. He's super sound for this. And like you say, to run at that level, it's incredible. I'm really thankful that Matt and Bendy Dunn have been wonderful about, letting us manage his campaign. We haven't run the guts out of the horse. We've let him kind of tell us, and we've, given him breaks in between. And I feel like they've done a good job of managing the horse. And but he's just an absolute gift from God. He's a blessing.
So, talk about Scoops Dynasty.
It's been fun with Impressum here because it was Apolitical Pence and Impressum. They were the 2 prize fighters. And then when, Pence went to break, Scoops had been kind of on, he'd been coming up. He'd had a great 3-year-old campaign. We felt good about him, and he's matured a lot. We've had some trouble with him in the past of eating. He's not been the best eater, and so sometimes he didn't bounce back quite as good. This year he's matured a lot. He's just stayed right in his grain bucket. He's another horse that's very, very sound, and so it's been fun, butting heads with Impressum. Probably where I've been most impressed with him this year was the Bank of America Challenge Championship race. He did get outrun by Impressum in that, but those 2 dueled right to the wire. It was close. Obviously, his next best, I would say, was the Go Man Go. He came back and ran a flawless race and was lucky enough to get past him in that one. Take a Swig of This won the Winter Derby here and looked real impressive. And then we took him to Remington, and he won the Heritage Place Derby and did that in impressive fashion. He came back and he had a little growth on his throat. And so we went in there and did some surgery on his throat, removed the growth off of his throat. And, the horse, we kind of got back, started slow. He didn't run as good a race in the Super Derby trials, came out of those trials real well, run a great race in the Z. Wayne trials. And I look for him to run a real good race in the Champion of Champions.
Exciting news is coming out of Robichaux Ranch in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana for the upcoming 2024 breeding season, with 3 additions for the Stallion roster to consider for your running quarter horse mares. Introducing the son of leading sire FDD Dynasty, Dasha Dynasty. This stakes-winning son is from the sire who has also produced such pillars of the industry like world champion Danger and world champion Jesse's First Down. Dasha Dynasty was the winner of the Town Policy Stakes at Los Al and was a third-place finisher in both the Grade 2 Golden State Derby and the Grade 2 SoCal Derby as a runner. Dasha Dynasty's first year at stud is 2024. And another first-time sire for 2024 is the Grade 1 finalist son of Good Reason SA, Dasha Good Reason. This earner of over $250,000 on the racetrack was a Grade 1 finalist in 5 graded futurities and derbies, including the Grade 1 Los Al 2 Million, the Grade 1 Los Al Super Derby, and the Grade 2 Golden State Derby. Like his half-brother Dasha Dynasty, Dasha Good Reason is also a half-brother to world champion He's a Dash of Fire, and the champion millionaire Grade 1 winning I'm a Fearless Hero. Also new for the 2024 breeding season at Robichaux Ranch is the Grade 1 winning and Grade 1 producing KVN Corona. The son of the legendary Corona Cartel was the victor in the Grade 1 Edberg Million Futurity and the Grade 2 Pacific Coast Breeders' Futurity and the Grade 3 El Primero del Año Derby in his racing career that saw him garner 2 AQHA champion titles, one as a 2-year-old and another as a 3. Now his offspring are blazing a trail with Grade 1 wins themselves, like the victory by his son Political Rivalry in the Grade 1 Edberg Million Futurity and the Grade 2 Pacific Coast Breeders' Futurity. He is also the sire of major stakes winning Mrs. KVN, seen here winning the Heritage Place Oaks. 3 exciting new additions await you to bolster the already stout stallion roster of Robichaux Ranch in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana.